Hi ladies, I just have a couple of things that I'm going to share. I made a password book, mainly because you have to have a zillion passwords nowadays. So originally last year I made this one, and it's kind of floppy right now, which is no big deal to me. It sits in a drawer all the time. And I just did it out of pattern paper with a tiny little flower on it, just some brown ribbon, and I just took file folders and cut them up small and did 3 letters like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, that kind of thing. And I just took old blue paper that I had from an old journal, which is this one right here that I never ever used. And I cut it up small enough that I can just poke the holes and put them in there. And that's the password book that I had made last year. A lot of the passwords in here are, of course, still really good. They're perfectly fine. But this sits in my husband's end table. And so I didn't want to have, I needed one that I would have to bring with me when I go to clients' places so that I can get on my computer and go into different programs and etc. So I ended up making this one. And I took it, I made it from an old card that I had from a set. I'll show you that in a minute. And it's just made the same way basically. And I just took the journal papers from this book here and cut them in 3, put them in here, and I've got it pretty much filled up, and but there's a lot of blank pages in under each letter, so that I can fill it up with more passwords. Oh, fun! Anyways. Okay, so I started off with this journal, which I really love the cover of. I never used this journal. It's got the this kind of binding on it, and it made it really super heavy to have to carry around. I must have bought this 10, 12 years ago, and I never really used it. I thought I was going to use it at one of my works like 10 years ago, and ended up not using it. And the covers are really thick and stuff, so I might go ahead and cut this off and use it in a mini book. Make myself a mini book with this. But here's the paper, and it's fairly thick paper. It's kind of nice paper. It's got a washed out flower background in it, and I actually love the paper, but like I said, the book was just too heavy for me to have to carry around for the job that I was doing when I originally bought this. I tried it for a while, it didn't work, so I kind of just had it sitting around forever, and then now that I do crafts, I'm trying to figure out how it is I can use that. So I used the paper out of this to do both the password books and to do the covers of each of these. This is actually a card. This was pattern paper, and what I did was I started off with just taking, this happens to be doggy cookie box, and it's fairly thick. It's kind of nice to use it like a chipboard. So I cut this and then put on one of these cards here, and they're just blank cards that I got in a set of stationery that I never used, and I probably had this for 5 or 6 years and never did anything with it. So I decided I would go ahead and make the cover of my password book use it like this. And this actually was in a huge set, a gift to me. Stationery, it had some pens, it had an address book in it, and it came in that box right there, which is a really super sturdy box, very sturdy box, that I actually was putting my dies in it, my Sybils dies in it, but this ended up being a little bit too big because I don't have very many Sybils dies. I ended up putting them in, sorry, I'm telling you everything. I ended up putting it in a photo box over there. next to my box of photos. And it ended up being a little bit better. I'm rambling on, but I'm showing you. Maybe I'll make this the video response to Sybils' challenge to die for. This is where I put my dies, and those are my embossing folders. And this is all I have, and it's in a photo box right near my big shop, which is exactly the way I like it. So come back and around here. Don't want to get you guys sick or anything. So again, I just used a card and glued it to this for a stiffer cover, and then that's my password book. Again, I used file folders for the dividers. Just cut them up and made them small, made my own little tabs, and then I kind of distressed the edges with some blue ink to kind of go with the book, and just tied it with ribbon. The reason why I like the ribbon tie is because you need to be able to open it up and, you know, flip it around a lot. So I kind of like the idea that it's kind of loose. It's no big deal to me that it's loose. It sits in my purse all the time, and it is very handy. And now, on another note, I kind of wanted to show you guys this box that I got. It's a box of cards, playing cards, and it says Tiffany and Company. I got this from my son's my son's friend, who his mother passed away, and she had a bunch of craft stuff, and this is something that she had in her craft room apparently, and he didn't want to keep it or anything, but it says Tiffany and Company. It's a nice box. It opens up like that. Oops, sorry, one-handed here. It opens up and it's cards, playing cards, and they even still have the cellophane. The tape on it is yellowed, but they're playing cards, and they have little gold edges. There we go, sorry. All the edges are slightly gold, and it does say Tiffany and Company, New York. But I got this pretty little box. It's felt fabric wrapped all the way around the box, and I'm not sure what I want to do with it. I don't know if I just want to keep it and have it like a keepsake. But anyways, I just thought it'd be kind of neat to share with you something that came from Tiffany and Company, and it's playing cards. So that's it. Oh, one more thing. My husband got me a little basket at the Container Store, and because I needed something that my glue guns could sit in that kind of looked better than what it was before. And this is just temporary of how I'm going to have them in here, because the cords are going to go toward the back of the desk there and be able to come out when I use them. But I had my little cups before that I just had on my desk like this, and put my glue guns in it, because I liked that idea, but I wanted something a little bit neater looking. So my husband got me this basket from the Container Store, and I actually really like it. It's supposed to be a food container basket, and what happens is when I'm using the glue gun, I kind of put it right there, and it drips in. If it drips at all, it'll drip into the okay, bloopers. I can't even think. Into the glass dish here, but I can easily get it. I can easily pull the gun out when necessary, and it'll drip just right into the glass container, or I can just put it there if I need to. But I really like this basket. I almost like it so much that I don't necessarily want to put that stuff in it. I want to put other pretty stuff in it. I'm going to decorate a little bit, make it a little bit prettier, but that's my idea of where I store my glue guns. And then one more thing, really quick. Everybody has these some kind of organizer, Lazy Susan type things. This came from Michael's, and I just wanted to share that I decorated it a little bit. Black and white with a touch of pink. And I had fun doing it. Finally, I decided it's got to get prettier than what it was. So, thanks so much for watching, and we will see you another time. Bye-bye.